it off.
Oh, here it goes.
Jam. Go back to the 90s.
Greetings and salutations and welcome to Nostalgia and welcome to Unpopular Opinions. This is where I come to get my guilty pleasures out there, to get stuff off my chest. And today, anybody that has been watching Nostalgia, if you've watched our top 10 live action Disney films, if you've watched our top 10 sports films, you'll know I adore the Mighty Ducks films. They formed me as a kid. So this hurts me as much as it'll pain you to hear, but unpopular opinion, Charlie Conway, captain of the Mighty Ducks, is the biggest prick, the biggest twat in film history. Now, this is unpopular opinion, so the first thing I have to do is acknowledge that, yes, this is an unpopular opinion. Charlie Conway is supposed to be the heart of the film. Everybody loves Joshua Jackson, Dawson's Creek, and nothing against Joshua Jackson, but this character, man, he just grates the shit out of me. Let's start. I want to start by saying Charlie Conway on the Mighty Ducks, he is the worst ice hockey player in history. And I can prove it. In the first film, his own teammates, his own friends call him Spazway for a reason. In the first film, District 5 Mighty Ducks, they haven't got a single win all season. In fact, the only half-decent result they got was a draw against the Cardinals. And then when do they start winning? When Banksy joins the team. It had nothing to do with Charlie. They go undefeated for the rest of the season. They win the title because of Banksy. Fuck all to do with Charlie. He's shit. The only reason in the first Mighty Ducks film that Charlie is captain and that he gets to take the penalty to win the title is because Coach Bombay is shagging his mum. You know it, I know it. I mean, we can move on to Mighty Ducks 2. I can keep proving that he's the shittest player. And what an even shitter captain. Go back and watch Mighty Ducks 2. What happens when Charlie Conway captains USA? When they play Iceland, Portman gets sent off after like 3 seconds. He's out the game. Gaffney, Julie the cat Gaffney, she gets ejected for the game for unsportsmanlike conduct. Banksy gets his arm broken in a cheap shot. When all this is happening, where's Captain Charlie? Nowhere to be fucking seen. He's not a good captain. What happens in that game? They lose 12-1 to Iceland when Charlie is playing and when Charlie is the captain. Now let's flip the script. At the end of that film, when they face Iceland in the final, what happens? Charlie takes himself out of the team so that Banksy can come in with a fucking broken arm and they go on to beat Iceland, the favourites, and win gold. They literally had to take Charlie Conway out of the team to win the gold. He's a fucking liability. But let's defend Charlie, shall we? Let's say being a really shit ice hockey player doesn't necessarily make you a twat. Trust me, I know. I played ice hockey. I was fucking terrible. But you know what does make you a twat? Being a really shitty person, which is what Charlie is. We've already discussed the fact that he whores out his own mother to Bombay to captain the team, but then after getting a free ride to Team USA on the back of much better players, he acts like a little bitch. When them boss-ass USA kits are revealed by the guy from Hendrix, Charlie says, why can't we just wear the Ducks colours? You're representing US fucking A. Why would he wear green? Like you didn't know you'd be wearing red, white and blue when you're representing USA, you bellend. But trust me, we're just getting started. When we get to Mighty Ducks 3, this is when he becomes an uber twat. Charlie Conway is the biggest twat in film history in Mighty Ducks 3. And this list is immense. First of all, he gets another free ride to a privately educated, amazing school that he acts like an absolute cockwomble at. The first thing that he does when he starts at the school is to guilt trip Coach Bombay because he's not going to be his coach anymore. I mean, did he think he was going to go from Pee-wee to nationals to private school to college to the NHL? What, Bombay was just going to give up his life and coach Charlie for the rest of his days? And after Bombay gets him another free ride into this private school, on his first day at this school, while the rest of his teammates and classmates are sitting in their seats, he shows up late and ruins the whole assembly by the dean on his first damn day. He then goes on, check this out, to bring horse shit into the school canteen. Horse shit. He then goes on to steal, theft, from the dean of the school. He takes his pet ants, lets them loose in the dorms. The dean's never going to recover them again. How the hell are you going to capture 100 ants? He's not just stealing those, he goes to the science lab and steals very expensive bottles of nitrous oxide and does thousands of pounds worth of damage to kits and the locker room, freezing stuff, smashing stuff. The guy is a psychopath. And what does your beloved Charlie, captain of the Ducks, do when people call him out on this bullshit? He goes to his mother, a single mother working a minimum wage diner job, and he throws the biggest bitch fit in history, going off on his mother about how she doesn't care about him when she's putting him through private goddamn education. None of this is ice hockey related. This is all class and school related. Let's talk about Charlie when he does get to play for the Warriors. He is so rude and disrespectful to a coach that has NHL experience. All this coach is trying to do is teach Charlie how to play defense. He's trying to make him a better all-rounded player. And Charlie is so rude, so disrespectful. And then Charlie quits the school. He quits on his teammates. Why? Because this new coach, who has never worked with any of these players before, says he's going to wait before he announces who the captain of the team will be. He doesn't say Charlie is not going to be the captain. He just wants to take his time before he makes a decision. So Charlie acts like a bitch and quits on his teammates because he doesn't get called the captain from day one. What an absolute wanker. And you know what the worst thing about Charlie is? As if this wasn't enough. Who is the most vulnerable, most underprivileged, probably the most in need of a private education on the Ducks? It's Fulton Reed. But Fulton is so loyal to Charlie that when Charlie quits, Charlie takes Fulton with him. He makes him quit the team as well. And then when Fulton thinks and he has the time to actually realize that this is an amazing opportunity that he's been given, and he tries to convince Charlie to go back with him, what does Charlie do? Does he support his friend and say, you know what, maybe you should go back, get an education, rejoin the Ducks? No, he proper guilt trips and is horrible to Fulton Reed, the one person who's been loyal to him. So when Charlie does get over his little bitch fit, rejoins the Ducks, goes back to school, after everything he has done, he should have been expelled long ago. The only reason he gets to stay is because Bombay comes back and gets him back into school on a technicality. I don't even want to know what Charlie's mum had to do, not just to Bombay, but to the whole board to get him to stay at that school. Charlie Conway, captain of the Mighty Ducks, is a piss poor ice hockey player and an even shittier person. He is the biggest twat in film history. God, I feel so much better getting that off my chest. But I understand this is Unpopular Opinions. We all grew up loving the Mighty Ducks. The first interview I ever did on Nostalgia was with Marguerite Moreau, who played Connie Moreau in the Mighty Ducks. I love these films, but my God, Charlie Conway really grates on me. If you don't agree, great, get in the comments, let me know why I should love Charlie over much nicer and better players like Dwayne Robertson, Banksy, you've got Jesse. There's a million players that are 10 times better leaders, better players than Charlie Big Bitch Conway. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Remember, hit that subscribe. Join us on our journey through the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. And I'll catch you guys later. Remember, guys, ducks fucking fly together.
Well, it's time to grow up.
Grow up? Like you, huh? A washed-up pro has to show off to a bunch of kids? Jeez, that's real grown up.
Okay, goodbye, Conway.